Andrew Sharp now, who's from the West Berkshire Health Watch. How common are these kinds of stories at the moment, Andrew?
From our experience, they're pretty common, because the real problem with this basically was that dentistry was just closed down as the pandemic broke. Most services in health kept going on some sort of basis, with the exception of things like screening. But dentistry virtually ground to a halt. And of course, the ability to go to hospital, to go to A&E stopped as well. So people were left, in pretty poor condition. And I think a lot of this really comes back to, a failure in planning, because, there was lots of things put in place for all sorts of other things, maternity services, things that just go on regardless of whether there's a pandemic. Dentistry did not appear to be one of them. We as a statutory patient organisation really struggled to find any information about what you should do if you've got dental issues. We wrote to the Chief Dental Officer's office, and the responses we got were poor, and in one case they actually just sent us the standard information they were sending out to dentists, which I think highlights how little planning had been put in place. They were just sending us out the sort of thing they'd send to a professional dentist. Okay. We're a patient organisation saying, help, give us some information.
I've got a statement here from NHS England, which I'll go through in a moment. But just finally, Andrew, are you of the belief that there are many, many patients at the moment who, like Lydia, are living on a cocktail of painkillers, effectively, treading water until dentistry is back up and running as it was?
Well, I think what people have got to understand is that because the belief is that COVID is spread in the air by aerosol, by particles. If you think what some dental procedures are about, which is drilling and filling and throwing stuff around with, you can see why there's a problem. So I'm very sympathetic to that. But I think we haven't put enough backup in other ways of managing, and it's that everyone's playing catch up. So yes, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of people in this position, and it needs urgent attention. And sadly, it isn't managed by the local clinical commissioning groups. This is NHS England specialised commissioning who are in charge.
Yeah, because there are all sorts of procedures that still can't be carried out through the fear of coronavirus and the risk of infection. Let me take you through a statement from NHS England then. And NHS England and NHS Improvement South East spokesperson has said most dental practices are now open, although the services they're providing will vary. Some dental practices are not currently providing some treatments, such as fillings, root treatment, crown preparation, scale and polish, due to the increased risk of infection. Where this is the case, practices are able to refer patients with an urgent need to a dental practice which is providing this treatment. The urgent dental care hubs, which were set up to provide urgent and emergency dental treatment, are still in place, and patients can be referred to one of the hubs if this is considered necessary following a clinical assessment by their dentist, although I strongly suspect that they are pretty much overwhelmed at the moment. What's been your experience of getting effective dental treatment over the last few months, I wonder? 0808 105 100. We'll talk to a dentist about this after 8 o'clock. You can text the word Berks and your message to 81333.